I'm Tom Downey for Chat Sports as we break down the pre-week one NFL Power Rankings as voted on by the Chat Sports staff. So if you like the rankings, it was all me. If you don't like it, yell at somebody else in the comment section. And if you are hyped that football at long last is almost finally back, we got Thursday night football coming up, Chiefs-Lions. Like the video right now. In theory, every single person watching should like today's video as we go from 32 to 1 on the power rankings. It was not unanimous, but at 32, the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, I'll try to do a quick blurb on every team here on today's show. It was very weird to me to see they cut Colt McCoy, they're tanking. Planning to start, Colt McCoy was tanking. All right, that's not a change from Arizona. They are in a rebuild. The Colts at number 31. We'll see how Richardson plays. It's going to be a developmental year. He needs the reps that Trey Lance never got. 30, the Houston Texans. They do not have their own first-round pick, by the way, but Stroud and Will Anderson is a pretty fun grouping for the long term. 29, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as this is a different team now. You know, it's no longer the presence of Tom Brady. Now it's Baker Mayfield. Maybe we'll see some Kyle Trask here. So a lot of consensus on these teams just not having high expectations this season. Who do you think ends up with the number one overall pick? The safe answer, by the way, is Arizona, because they have two first-round picks. That's a safe bet right there. Who do you think ends up getting that top pick? Sound off in the comments section. Carolina, 28. Bryce Young is the future in theory. He will need some time, although the NFC South is winnable, and somebody has to emerge as a playoff team. The Las Vegas Raiders at 27. There's now more drama with Chandler Jones, and I just don't know if the Josh McDaniels era is going to end up being that different than the Denver era. I hope for my boy Mitch that it is, but I just don't know about that. Number 26, the Los Angeles Rams. I am not out on the Rams offense, although they're going to miss Cooper Kupp. That defense is bad. It's going to be a lot of high-scoring, air-it-out games for Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, etc., as long as that core is healthy. Number 25, the Washington Commanders. I like what they have as a roster beyond the quarterback. I am not sold on Sam Howell. I would like to be proven wrong, but Howell might not be the answer. And this might be another 6 or 7 win Commanders team just outside of the top quarterback draft positioning. I want you guys to shout out your favorite NFL team. Who is it? Head down to the comment section and let me know who your favorite NFL team is at the pinned comments. If the ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. Number 24, the Chicago Bears. I like the direction the Bears are heading in. I actually am a bit higher than what the consensus did on my own personal rankings. It's just, can Fields take that next step forward? I think right around here, this 25-ish range, these teams are still legitimate playoff contenders. But the gap between, 25-ish and, 14, 15 is actually pretty small. Number 23, the Atlanta Falcons. Again, the roster's in good shape. Is Desmond Ridder good enough? They're going to run the ball a lot. Can Ridder get them to the playoffs and be a consistent, steady game manager? The Packers at number 22, and I am worried that Jordan Love will continue an unfair run of really great quarterbacks in Green Bay. If he does, damn it, Green Bay. If he doesn't, though, man, they ran off Rodgers for a guy that wasn't it. That could be an issue for some of those front office members. The Denver Broncos at number 21. They're a tough team to rank. Was Russell Wilson's year last year an outlier? Is that the new Russ? That's all very much uncertain. That's why Sean Payton was hired to save the Denver Broncos. At number 20, the Tennessee Titans. I don't think the roster is actually that well constructed, but I do think that Mike Vrabel is going to find a way to get the most out of this team every single game. They were not that good of a team last year, and they still almost found a way to make it happen. I was actually a bit lower on Tennessee. There were some who had them in the top half of our power rankings. Now, today's show is made possible by BetUS, our sportsbook partner. If you don't like where we have your team ranked, then put your money where your mouth is. Go bet on your team's over-under win total. Take the over, because if they're healthy, they'll probably get it. That's how the over-under is to factor in injuries, right? Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code NFL Daily for a 125% deposit bonus. When you put down at least $100, they're going to give you an additional $125 for free. That's chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. I'm a big fan of the parlay bet myself. Here's my can't lose parlay for week 1. Ravens over Houston, Bengals over Browns, Jags over Colts, Eagles over Patriots, Cowboys over Giants. $5 down if I'm still playing with my deposit bonus money to win $30.54. The odds will tweak as the week goes on, of course, there. Bet me or fade me. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. The Saints at number 19 here. I had them at number 19 in my own rankings. I will not be outing the people who were very low on them or who were incredibly high on them. All I'm going to say is somebody had them at 27. I think that's ridiculous. I think they are the favorites to win the NFC South. The Patriots at number 18 here on the list. They will be better on offense with Bill O'Brien and not the rocket scientist nerd guy calling the plays. Is it better enough in a loaded AFC East? I'm not so sure. The Steelers will probably once again finish 9-8 or better because that's all Mike Tomlin does. He always finds ways to finish above 500. I actually had the Steelers several spots ahead of the number 16 team, the Cleveland Browns. They have talent. They are in a win-now mode. We also haven't seen Deshaun Watson be a good quarterback in years. Now, maybe that changes for Browns fans' sake. We hope that it is. But we have to see it first. He could become a top 10 quarterback once again. But we haven't seen it in a very long time by NFL standards. Now, if you guys love the NFL, then show it by hitting that sub button right now. We got free videos for you. We'll do power rankings every single week, Tuesday morning power rankings. So make sure you are subscribed, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Number 15, the Minnesota Vikings. I had them at 16 on my list. We'll group the Vikings and Giants together in this conversation. Some big differences of opinion of where they ranked in the rankings here. Vikings at 15, Giants at 14. Both teams were, they made the playoffs. They had success. They exceeded expectations. They are a prime regression candidate because their point differential, their close game results, typically regress back to the mean. That would be closer to around 500. But that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad season. I think both teams are going to be better, even if the win-losses maybe regress a little bit. The Detroit Lions are at number 13 on this list. A lot of hype around them. The team we always think is next sometimes ends up being a year away. But the Lions, I love Ben Johnson on offense. I think they can absolutely win the NFC North. That's a weird thing to say out loud, but that's where we're at with the Detroit Lions at number 13. These are all playoff contenders here, right? Seattle at number 12. They're a quality football team. Now, you're also banking on the Geno Smith emergence not being a flash in the pan. If it's not, they're going to be a top 10 threat again this season. The Jacksonville Jags at number 11. I actually had them at 8, and I believe, as a double check, yes, that was higher than anybody else tied perhaps with I'll say Harrison to be nice to him. I think the Jags are legit. I am a huge fan of Trevor Lawrence. I think they're going to end up the year as a top 4 or at least borderline top 4 team in the AFC, which is loaded, by the way. Not just winning the division, but being in the same condition as the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Bills, and then the Jags are very valid to be in there as well. AFC is loaded. The Chargers here at number 10. You're going to see a lot of AFC teams in the top 11. I like what LA's done. This should be their year, right? No more chargering. Kellen Moore, Justin Herbert, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, Austin Eckler, a good offensive line. They should be great. It's kind of in the I got to see it to believe it category a little bit. The Miami Dolphins at number 9, especially if you take away the quarterback boost argument for like the Chiefs, etc. I think you can make an argument that Miami has a top 3 roster in the entire NFL. It just requires their quarterback to stay healthy. Prediction time, folks. Who will win the Super Bowl this year? Call your shot right now before the games begin. Maybe bet on it on BetUS. Who will win the Super Bowl this year? Go vote in the comments. Number 8, the New York Football Jets. Again, the AFC is so good this year. A lot of hype around them. The Aaron Rodgers buzz has just been off the charts, maybe in part because of Hard Knocks, but it's been, I love being here. We love having you here. It is. I have never seen a more clear honeymoon phase between Rodgers and the Jets. If they don't have great success, we know how New York media can be and the fans can be. It's going to go away real quick. The Dallas Cowboys at number 7. The schedule's pretty tough early, relaxes later on, and they've been around this spot for a long time. They get to the divisional round, and they can't become a top 4 team. They're not in our pre-week 1 power rankings. Number 6, the Baltimore Ravens. If Lamar stays healthy, this team's going to be dangerous again. I think Todd Monken's going to be a beneficial play caller, but there is still some uncertainty from that perspective. Excuse me. The Buffalo Bills at number 5 on our list here. There was actually a lot of votes for the Bills at 4 or 5. One voter, again, I won't out them, had them at 10, which I don't agree with. But hey, maybe the Jets and Dolphins are really legit there. This kind of tier here, 8, even the 9, 10, 11 groups, it's Super Bowl caliber teams. Number 4, the 49ers. The roster's great. Trey Lance is gone. It's on the arm of Brock Purdy, who has been a nice surprise for San Francisco. Still kind of feels like it's more of Jimmy Garoppolo. He got away with some bad throws last year, but made it pretty far, just like Jimmy G did. I love Shanahan. I had him at number 4 on my list as well. The Cincinnati Bengals at number 3, almost unanimous at number 3. There were a couple 2s in there, nothing lower than 5. The Bengals, as weird as this is to say out loud, are a perennial Super Bowl threat as long as Joe Burrow is healthy and playing the way we've seen him play so far. Number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. There was 2 votes for Philadelphia at the top spot, which means the number 1 team by supreme majority, not unanimous, and 1 voter had him at 4. I will say that all the times he said 1 voter had him super low was the same voter. That's all I'll say. The Chiefs at number 1 on the list. Not unanimous, but it was 1, all 1s, a singular 2, and a singular 4, which I found really weird from that perspective. But hey, that's how AP poll style rankings. I mean, you saw the college football poll, right? And someone still voted for TCU to be ranked. It was weird. So grade the power rankings: A, B, C, D, or F. You've seen them all here. Go vote in the comments section.